Hey, it's the Flash After Show on AfterBuzz TV. Tonight we're breaking down Season 3, Episode 17, called Duet. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh yeah.
That baritone, Tauri, thank you. How's everybody doing?
Real good.
I have a little love in my heart.
Oh.
I do too.
Just a little bit, just like a bit of a bit.
Do you see a doctor?
Do you need to see a doctor? She might.
We'll add it to the list.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing tonight?
What are we doing?
How's everybody doing?
Oh, how? I'm doing good.
Just say good, I'll ask another question.
Good, awesome. I love musicals.
Ask
so-
another question.
Ask another question.
Hi.
Hi.
Let's do some intros. I'm Jeffrey Masters. I tweet from Jeff Masters 1.
And I'm Tiona Hobson. I tweet from @Tiona Hobson.
I'm Yael Tygiel. I tweet from @Yael Tygiel. That's YAELTYGIEL. And I'm in the chat with everyone going, Super Friends.
And I'm Tauri J. Miller. You can find me at Tauri J, TAURIJAY. And I'm representing Supergirl as well. It's a crossover podcast. Am I right, guys?
No.
Am I right?
You are right.
I'm right.
As Yael said, she's in the chat if you're not watching live, but you want to. We do this Tuesday nights at 9:15-ish Pacific Standard Time. PM, okay?
It's 9:15 on the dot, so we did good tonight.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah. It's
Sure.
9:15 on the
Yes.
dot.
On the dot.
Awesome.
See right there.
Absolutely. Then I'm so happy. What are our initial thoughts? Tari, kick it off.
Hi.
No.
I'm going to say all the things. I thought it was a really fun episode. It was really silly. I liked the music. I really liked the music. Like everyone sang really well, which I don't know why it surprised me. I guess I'm just used to seeing. I know. I'm just used to seeing these characters as characters, not as who they were before the show.
I think that's unique to this show, that there's so many killer singers, right? They're really, really good.
They are.
Yeah, it's unique to this universe.
Sure.
Yes.
Because they were taking, the shows. I was very, very excited for this episode. I loved it. I want to be clear that I loved it. I'm going to nitpick so much because it was real obvious at a lot of points, and I have a big problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, I also really enjoyed it. I love musicals. I love people singing. With people singing, it makes my heart flutter. So it made me happy to watch this episode. But, I mean, there were some things that, kind of a letdown at the ending there. Just gonna say it.
What? Don't jump ahead.
Okay, I won't. Moving backwards.
Yeah, interesting
What
ending.
was that?
That was my moving backwards.
Yeah, it was like a
Okay.
Rewind.
first sound.
It was a lovely break from a really heavy season.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it, Jeffrey.
Thank you. That's why I said that.
Yeah, you're so smart sometimes.
Yeah, no, it was a really nice break, and this was lighthearted. It was fun, obviously, and
They're so talented.
Yeah.
Such a talented cast. Yeah. And I loved all the crossover aspects, because not only did we get Supergirl, but we got a little Legends action in there too. So yeah, it was very nice all around to have, a mini crossover event.
absolutely. For the people who don't watch Supergirl, did we miss anything in the Supergirl episode called Last Night? Because I know the Music Meister is there.
Not particularly. I mean, the main thing is that Mon-El and Kara have been on an on-again, off-again relationship. And then at the end of the last episode, they broke up, which is why we had to get to the lesson this time around. He lied to her for a good amount of time, but she mentioned that. And then with the Music Meister stuff, he came in at the end and just was like, hey, I'm going to put you in a coma and leave. Bye.
Yep, that was what happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Can
You're
we talk
welcome.
about the Music Meister?
Oh, you
yes.
want to
I
talk
think
about
she
the
wants to
Music
talk
Meister?
I don't think so.
Should we talk about the Music Meister this after show?
Here's the thing.
Tell me the
Okay.
thing.
We started out friends.
Okay, so he never called himself the Music Meister. Barry calls him the Music Meister, and then everyone else starts calling him the Music Meister. But he makes a very smart point twice, I believe. It is made that he is not a Music Meister. He put them in this universe, and it was musicals because that is what they chose. That is what they were into, and that is what they liked.
Yes.
He is not a music meister. He's a movie meister.
Well, I think that is why they said he is a Music Meister. He is not like the Music Meister.
But they
Right.
referred to it as though it was his title.
Well, I mean, I feel like it was the same way that, like, Cisco names villains, and that, I mean, I'm sure that Golden Glider doesn't call herself Golden Glider, or
But that makes sense.
Well, but it's
Barry
based on,
gives
like,
and Cisco always is the one to name people usually.
So you think
And
that because
so-
Cisco didn't do it, that's why it's a terrible name?
Well, I think that
from the
Yeah,
I think that
definitely.
it's one of those things where Barry at the end there's like, yeah, it was the Music Meister,
Fine.
because they weren't around.
Jamie in the chat says, "Preach, Yael."
Well, I mean, I agree with you that was a huge flub in verbiage there for them.
Well, while we're talking about him, what is his, like, I'm wondering about his precedence in the comics, because he put them in this coma to teach them a lesson. He was able to absorb their powers and use their powers. He was able to run really, really fast.
Yes.
And the fly. Although maybe we can argue that he's absorbed Kara's powers there. Okay, but why is he able to go between dimensions in a place that he couldn't describe for us?
Everyone turns to Tauri.
Tauri.
So I was actually just talking about this in that I think that he in the comics he's just a metahuman who can use music. Anyone who can hear his music basically falls under his spell, and they do whatever he wants them to.
Sounds like a normal musician to me.
Yeah, pretty much. He puts you under his spell. But in this one, I feel like he's actually more of a fifth dimensional being as opposed to being a metahuman. So like he is basically the same type of person that Mixel Pixpicklick was in Supergirl, if you had seen that episode, or if you're a fan of the comics.
So in the comics, is the Music Meister more evil than good, how he turned out to be here? Or is he using his powers for good or evil in the comics? You're looking at me like that's a stupid question.
No, I'm just looking at you. My eyes are not judgy. He's not a good guy.
Okay.
I mean, he's mostly mischievous. But I mean, he's never like tried to help anyone out.
Okay.
So he's probably like, I'd say chaotic neutral probably. Yeah, he's chaotic neutral.
Thank you.
Okay.
What do you guys think? Tell me in the chat. Do you think that he's
You're
chaotic
not in the
neutral?
chat.
Do you think that he's neutral? I'd say he might be lawful neutral, but
Get
he doesn't
out.
really follow laws, so
Go
who knows?
away.
Maybe he's evil neutral. He's
Tauri,
very much
stop.
neutral.
He's neutral is what we're getting at here.
I think
I also was picking up him being neutral, to be honest.
just take
Go
it away.
on.
Just move on.
Okay. You don't want to finish that sentence?
No.
Okay, then I will say that it was a nice little homage to Grant Gustin, who plays Barry Allen, with the Gene Kelly and the Singing in the Rain, because he said before that Gene Kelly is like one of his heroes, and we got to see him dance like Gene Kelly tap dance. So that was like a very nice like shout out to him.
Yeah.
Clearly they're aware.
I love that Super Friends number so much. That was so cute. I think because they realized, like, no one in this world seems to be affected by things we're saying, so we can say that you're the Flash and I'm Supergirl and no one's paying attention.
Well, those things also don't mean anything to the viewers.
But also, like, they go, wait, you should do this. Okay. I love it.
Things are a lot
It's a
easier in
double-
musicals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True,
we're
though.
super friends. It's a double entendre. Yeah, no, I liked it a lot. That to me was like the Rachel Bloom number.
Yes.
I don't think we know exactly who wrote what, but like she was one of the writers.
You looking it up?
I'm gonna look it up.
Let us
Awesome.
know. Tell us if it tracks.
They're probably faster than me in the chat though, so
Yeah, chat, tell us which number
Just
was
gonna-
which.
But that totally feels like a Rachel Bloom number. I
Yeah.
forgot that she wrote a number.
She wrote a number, and the Oscar winners from La La Land, not just Horowitz, the other lyricists, Pasek and Paul, also wrote a number for it.
I'm guessing the final number.
The final number sounded like them. They also have that current show on Broadway, Dear Evan Hansen. But there's so much Broadway royalty just like in this cast, from like Jesse L. Martin with all of the Rent stuff, John Barrowman, legendary. His voice
Yes.
is incredible.
I love him so much.
Yeah, and also like Jeremy Jordan played the exact same role tonight as he did from Smash. You guys
Oh,
watch
yeah.
that? Jeremy Jordan.
No.
He's the one of the crossover guys from Supergirl.
When?
Smash the musical.
He was Win.
He was the piano player.
Yes. Got it.
Not
Yeah.
when.
When?
Ivan Soto claims Rachel Bloom wrote Super Friends.
Thank you, Ivan.
Thanks, Ivan.
Danielle backs him up.
And I want to say too about John Barrowman.
Yeah.
It was just fun to see his character come as, we're used to seeing evil, dark Malcolm Merlyn, and to see him dancing along with everyone and singing just happy for that one number. I was like, this is amazing. This is incredible because what? Where's your bow and arrow? Why aren't you trying to kill everyone in here right now? Is where my mind went.
I mean, he started that way when he pulled out that knife.
Yeah, he did. But then once the music comes on, you can't kill people during a music number.
I know.
I just like to say it's nice to see him with 2 hands.
Oh, that part. But it was kind of
Spoiler.
It was kind of like sad though that his son's name in the dream world was Tommy.
Yeah.
I think that was on purpose.
Aw.
See, I thought that was just a reference to Tommy the musical, and they're like trying to bring in all these references.
No.
What is
He
that?
also
A musical.
Oh, got it.
he had
had a
also
son.
on Arrow had a son named Tommy
Yeah.
Maybe the
who died.
And he was really mean to him.
That's too
also.
bad.
Yeah.
Renji in the chat says Malcolm not only kills you with weapons, he kills you with his voice.
Oh,
And
slay.
Davey says Rachel Bloom wrote Super Friends and Pasek and Paul wrote Running Home to You.
Fantastic. So we were right.
Good
Pat on
on
the
us.
back. Pat on the backs.
that was a hard
Thanks.
pat.
Yeah, you got it. Okay, and I thought it was a really nice, like, entry into the world. Just watching Grant Gustin see Supergirl sing Moon River. He was just like so excited and happy. It was like just like lovely to like witness that.
Yeah.
I wish they would have had more upbeat songs in this musical episode.
Yeah, I also wish they had maybe one more song. I felt like, okay, they said in the beginning you can't get it started without an opening act, and they went into the big, fun upbeat song, and which was what
Have
put a little love in your heart.
Yeah. Yes.
And then I was like, okay, where's my intermission number? Like, where's the end of Act 1? Where is the closing number?
Yeah.
Like, where the whole cast is sitting in Star Labs, and I'm like, oh my god. Oh my gosh, they're talking about how Barry can sing and Kara can sing. I'm like, yes, this is the moment. Big finish, guys. And then it wasn't.
We got the ballad from Barry, though.
But I wanted
Barry's ballad?
wanted all of them to sing together
I
and to
get it.
break out and to dance again
You
in
know
Star
what?
Labs.
Barry's ballad, though, is very much right before the curtain for intermission.
Yeah.
So there will be
Oh.
a second musical in
yeah.
yes.
3 seasons.
And 3 more seasons.
Barry's ballad is what they've done all along in every episode. They end it with like a lovely intimate moment with like the two lovers.
Yeah.
And so that was like very in line with that, which I really appreciate too.
Yeah.
I guess.
And he killed that number,
He did. It was beautiful. I'm gonna download the song as soon as I get home.
as you should.
They're available everywhere.
They're available everywhere. It's just impossible to find for a while.
Yeah.
Is that an original song, or is that a cover of a song that exists?
Written
Running-
for
it's a-
this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Running
it's
Home
an
2
original.
was written.
It was written for this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. Like, I would go to sleep to that song. Not like it bores me, but like it would make me comfortable in my own bed.
Okay.
Yep. Very specific thought.
God,
That's what I
very
do.
Weird.
Very specific thoughts.
Thank you for this. I really like the references throughout as well. They're like name dropping musicals here and there, but also just the choreography and the big opening number with the drinks that are like glued to the tray and like the waiters spinning around. Like that's such a theatrical thing to see.
I loved that opening number. I was giggling. You guys heard me. I made so much noise. I was so excited.
What do you think about them making Joe West gay?
I think Joe and Stein, I think Joe and Stein would be the cutest couple.
I mean, they were though.
They were the cutest
But I
couple,
want them
too.
to continue.
Like in real life.
I'm obsessed
Yes.
with Victor Garber is a gay.
Yeah.
He's married. Okay, guys, hands down. But I'm obsessed with when he said like dads, and he was like, "Yeah, you got a problem?" And he says, "No, I love musicals." That's an
hilarious.
amazing line.
And I liked how they revealed it too, because I think right before it happened, I was like, guys, what
Yeah.
is his relationship to not Iris,
didn't
Millie,
dawn
or
on me
whatever? I was
once.
like, wait, are they? And then it was like dads, and I was like,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yep.
Okay. Gay gangsters. I love it.
I,
Gangster.
Yeah.
Barman's also okay. It would have been real nice if, like...
Everyone's gay, y'all.
Yeah, I know. And Grant played gay on Glee.
Oh.
I just...
A lot of...
It just,
nice.
It should have been a
representation.
real gay musical episode.
How would he have found his way to Iris?
You know...
I think it was Alex there. Sorry. Thinking out loud.
Oh, Alex.
Alex from Supergirl. To really, you know, lesbian
And-
with
yeah.
the gays.
And she sings.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yes.
Yes.
I have some thoughts.
Okay. Go on.
I lost them.
What a thought.
Were you
Girl.
gonna nitpick about
No,
Iris?
you
I was
best.
gonna nitpick. Oh, I got it. It was the kissing. So, for people who love musicals, when they decided that like helping Millie and Tommy,
Yeah.
and Tommy like be together, that was gonna be the end. I was like, you've seen musicals, you know that's not the end of
have
this,
to have a big conflict, guys.
right? Like there hasn't been one yet. There
Right.
hasn't been a climax. Like this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Okay.
Well, structurally, I mean, it was very hard to tell who was the main character in this story. And so when they're trying to pick out who it was that needed to kiss and who needed to get married, I think it definitely was a little more difficult for them to take it away from themselves, whom they were very focused on at that moment, and really try to focus on these two who are trying to get married. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So,
Oh, sorry. Is he done talking? I fell
Sorry,
asleep.
what'd you
My
say?
bad.
but what you actually said
mother.
was
Go on.
that they couldn't take it away from themselves, which would have been the solution. That like Millie was the MacGuffin, but not what needed to happen. There needed to be the plot needed to further, and it was them.
Right.
And so you're saying that they had a problem taking it away from themselves and looking at Millie, and they didn't need to look at Millie. They needed to think, how would this be our story?
But like, if not for Iris and Mon-El coming into the other world, then this story would have had to be about Millie and Tommy.
But it would have been about them realizing that they couldn't watch the people they love other people, and they would end up with Millie and Tommy. I think that's where, had they not come in, I think that's where the story needed to go.
I don't say this often, but I think we're overthinking it.
I don't know. I disagree.
But also,
we need to
the-
hash this
I
out.
think
The
that they-
True Love's kiss thing was the most, like, duh.
I've seen a lot of comments in the chat about how, Tiona, you need to stop looking at this show like it's Once Upon a Time. But tonight it was.
Oh, I was like, Tara, get out of the chat.
No, I'm not in the chat right now, but just
Generally?
generally in comments, you know, people tell me that I ship too hard and that I'm too focused on relationships. Well, tonight, True Love's kiss broke the curse.
Right.
So you can't tell me this isn't the same.
I agree. And I really want to fault the producers and the PR because they were calling this a massive twist ending, and they set it up for like, Luke, I am your father, but really what we got was the lesson is love, and like love self and others. And had they not set it up and framed it as twist, it would have been like, oh, he's a good guy, he did this for good reasons, that's a nice change. It was a letdown in my book
Interesting.
because of the framing.
I also think that his whole, like, you can't keep me in your jail, I'm kind of a jerk and was stealing their powers and could have let them die, but I did this as a lesson to teach you about love. I'm out. Was not an acceptable, like, the team should have been like, we need to go after him. We need to capture him.
They're all too happy in love now, though. They're focused on the punani, not like getting the bad guy.
Yes. Do you guys, well, though, you could argue that everything that happened was all a part of his plan. Him luring them into the dream area, him essentially getting caught and all that stuff. Like, so he never would have let them die because he knew that it wouldn't happen.
I don't want to give him that much credit because
No.
there's so many things that happened that like were coincidental that I can't blame on him.
But
What's
he's
coincidence?
yeah.
There are other ways to save Kara, perhaps, and bringing him to her to Earth too.
Well, they came to Earth too because that's where he said he was going
Yeah.
next.
Yeah.
So-
He said, "Oh, sorry." At the
In
end of
Supergirl?
in Supergirl,
Yeah.
he said, now I have to go find the fastest man alive."
Which is what they told Barry when he got
Yeah.
there.
So he was like, here's where I'm going. Don't follow me. Here's your thing back.
So that you can
Follow
follow me.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
So I feel like every piece of track that was laid, he had laid beforehand. Which
It's a lot of work to show that like love matters.
I mean, love is worth
And
it.
it's not just about love matters, guys. It's that you have to allow yourself to be saved too. You know,
Yeah.
it's not all about you can't be the hero every time. Sometimes you need to take a step back and reflect
But
and
he
let
was
others do the
draining
job.
their powers.
I mean, that part is true, but maybe it's another lesson for Barry of like, hey, instead of trying to save everyone, step back. Let Wally take some of the credit, you know, some of the pressure off of you as Flash.
I don't have just enough love in my heart. No, I think that's a great point, Tiona, because we did see this one little scene where Wally goes after the Music Meister, and he plays well with the Martian, the Manhunter,
Yeah.
and one other guy, Cisco.
Yes.
Cisco's on this show.
Yeah, because it's the three of them. I brought it up because they showed impeccable teamwork that we
Yes.
have yet to see on this show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See how
we-
they work together?
One of you, yeah, it's you who's always like, Cisco needs to be out in the
I
field.
do say that all the
Yeah.
time. He should be out in the field.
This episode proved it.
does.
He did that 1-2 punch, baby.
Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna open up this portal, you jump through. Hey, Kid Flash, you be ready too.
Yes.
Come with the double whammy. Boom, everyone's happy. Also, why did they all start calling it whammied?
Yeah.
Like first, Kara and Barry.
Yeah.
I don't know why I forgot Barry's name of all people. In their dream sequence, they were like, "Oh yeah," and then I got whammied, and then outside of there, Cisco comes in, or Kid Flash, and is like, "Yeah, well, I'm the reason that Barry got whammied."
I think it's a reference to earlier seasons when Barry met the Rainbow Raider and he got eye whammied.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so everyone just is like whammy.
Also, you know,
It's a fun word to say.
that.
Are you?
I'm
pointing at
googling. No, I'm googling whammy.
An event with a powerful and unpleasant effect or a blow.
something? Oh,
Also, an evil or unlucky influence.
okay.
Yeah.
So I think it may have been that.
Okay.
I didn't know there was a definition.
I
for
just
whammy.
remembered one more problem I had with the plan.
Yes.
The Music Meister's plan.
Okay.
Movie.
Go on.
Sure. Okay. So,
Technically genre meister, if anything.
okay,
That was a terrible
Genre
high five.
guru. Bam! There it is.
Love it.
Yeah.
The genre guru.
you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the genre guru. He creates this thing. Mon-El and Iris come in. They witness the loves of their life dying.
Yes.
And then it's all forgiven. Like, that would cause trauma.
Yes. Though I do like the fact that when they got back, Barry and Iris weren't automatically okay. He was like, we'll see. Because I understand it with Mon-El and Kara because they're such, like, teenagers in their love and it's so new.
And she said, "I forgive you,"
Right.
before dying.
Sure. I just think that, like, that would, like, stay with a person for a little bit longer, perhaps.
Yes.
We don't know what the after effects might be. Look at Kid Flash. He was still being affected from last week's, episode that he had.
I need some PTSD on the screen, okay?
PTSD.
Okay.
Everyone in the wait. Everyone in the chat really likes genre guru, but you need PTSD.
Yes.
Whereas every time Cisco was mourning the loss of his brother, you two would not shut up about how much he needs to get over it.
He died months ago.
Oh my god.
I actually put it in my notes tonight that Cisco is being really nice to Barry.
He is. I'm so happy
Finally.
that I'm so happy that this Cisco's
Finally.
back.
You guys are
Oh my
killing me.
gosh.
But I also didn't need PTSD. I'm fine with the way that their relationships bounce back.
Okay, to my point though, Cisco did not witness his brother dying. These are people who witnessed the loves of their life in the final stretches of a life.
Yeah, and they've realized that they're safe and they're back together and that they have their whole future ahead of them except for Iris, who's got a few months.
Yeah.
She didn't have time for PTSD. She's dying soon.
Okay,
Also,
well.
they see these people like in critical condition all the time.
Yeah.
Barry was in a hospital bed like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago.
Okay, why am I the one saying this and I'm like the most heartless person on the panel?
I don't know, but everyone in the chat is telling me to preach.
Wow.
Dang.
You guys
That's
encourage
okay, like-
Yale too much.
No, like 15 minutes ago, they were like, Yale's too nitpicky. So,
Usually I'm the nitpicky one.
Nope. Jeff and Yael are far too nitpicky. Thank you, Davey.
This is anti-Semitism.
Whoa.
Part of our religion.
Wow.
Get out of the chat room.
No, you get out of the chat room.
No, you wait.
Okay, we are gonna get out of this segment and go to predictions.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
But we didn't even talk about the engagement.
Darn it.
They're engaged.
We are gonna get out of this segment and talk about the engagement.
Yes.
Tiona, what are you gonna talk about?
Guys, why was she so surprised that this happened? Like, you've already been proposed to once. But now that Jeff brought up the whole, like, she watched him die, basically, I understand it more.
Thank you for
Yeah.
validating that.
But I don't agree with the rest of what came after that out of your mouth. But after hearing that, I'm like, okay, yeah, she did just witness him die. They've been through a lot. But it was still like, dude,
yeah.
you already said yes before.
It was a very nice touch to use the song "Running Home to You" as the actual proposal too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a really sweet moment, and I mean, I know I'm laughing and nitpicking about this, but it was a beautiful song. It was delivered beautifully, and the whole scene was just made me like think of, you know, my future and what I want a proposal to look like. But
Tell us more about that.
you
While
know,
you think about it though,
that.
Yael, did you have something negative to add?
Yes, I did.
Fantastic.
Do we not recall when he first proposed that Joe was livid that he did not ask his permission? And here we are again proposing without asking Joe's permission. Although
Maybe he texted him in the middle of the song.
yeah, I was like, maybe it happened
His-
off screen.
right before he started the song, Emma Frost in the chat says it's a third engagement FFS, which I'm not going to say out loud.
Yes.
What does that mean?
For sake.
Yes. For
Um,
friends, silly.
For friends that are super.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, so like it's a great proposal, but
But why didn't we get?
again, you did not ask Joe for permission.
You didn't ask
or
her
her
for
other dad.
permission or her other dad, and
But
it's just-
guys,
this is and that's the third proposal, but this is the one that really mattered. This is the proposal she deserved from the start.
Yeah.
The one with no strings attached, not trying to change the future, hold anything back. And it's like, okay, she's finally getting it. It only took him 3 times to get it right.
yeah, totally. Third time's a charm,
Yeah,
baby.
so we're gonna have to have 3 weddings now before he gets that thing right too. Is he gonna have to keep running back in time and restarting their wedding?
Running back home.
Kyle Kent in the chat said she only said yes because she's pregnant.
That would be fun.
Oh, gross.
Just so everyone's clear, that is not a fact.
It's an alt
It's more of
fact.
like a prediction
Yeah.
or something.
No, it is a fact.
Yes.
We're going to predictions.
That was smooth.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Predictions.
People were bummed that Cara didn't sing to Monel.
Yeah, that would have been weird.
It's an hour show.
Would
What
have
can you
been real
do?
weird.
What can you do? Okay, so in the preview for next week, we saw Abracadabra.
Yes.
Is that his name?
That's the name.
Fantastic. And he knows who Savitar is, y'all.
Ooh.
Do we think he'll tell?
Yeah.
Will
No.
he
No.
kiss and tell?
He'll never tell.
Nice.
Thank you.
That's a
So is he from
bold
the future?
Yeah, it really is.
What movie
yeah,
is
they
that
s-
from?
It is from What Lies Beneath?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
It was
yes,
from
it was. No.
No, it's
No.
from a movie with Brittany Murphy.
Brittany Murphy's in it.
Yeah, that one.
The little
Yeah.
black book.
Yes,
No.
yes, yes. Something like that. I
got this, guys.
Uptown Girls?
She'll
No.
get it. Yeah, they state in the preview that he's from the future, and that's why he knows who Savitar is.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Magic.
Keep going.
it is magic. I mean, Tiona, what do you think is going to happen next week?
I want Supergirl's team to come back so they can sing some more. I want Jeremy Jordan to come back and sing to me again.
Don't say a word.
Don't say a word. That's
Got
it.
it.
Now I can think about my actual prediction.
Totally.
I don't know, guys. I'm starting to get really nervous for Iris because it seems like, especially after last week, the Speed Force really doesn't want Barry putting pressure on other people to save her anymore. So it's like, do we start completely over? It's Barry. He doesn't listen. He's got a hard head. Like, he doesn't do what the Speed Force tells him to do ever. So how are we going to get, you know, our friend... why are you looking at me like that? Sorry, I'm going
I
to
was
stop
processing
talking.
what you're saying.
Oh, okay.
I have nothing specific to say, but I do love the dynamic between the Flash and Supergirl.
Yes.
So I'd love to see like a little like buddy cop action happening more and more. They just have a really amazing, like awkward, quirky dynamic. And I like how like they're young, so they're not always getting it right. So they're kind of figuring it out together.
I really would have liked more Glee references, to be honest. I think it would have been great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that your
Cara, you
prediction?
look so gleeful.
Yeah, like something just Darren Criss to point out that like Grant Gustin kissed his boyfriend. You know what I
Or
mean?
like, hey, this isn't the choir room.
Right,
Yeah.
something great.
Or you're growing a fin.
Nice.
Sorry, anything specific to add?
Oh wait, I didn't predict.
That was yours.
No, let her go. Let her go. What you got? What you got?
Tell it to me quick.
Whoa, calm down. The chat wants a wedding, and they really want a wedding. A lot of them.
If you're in the chat, do you think it'll happen this season?
Shouldn't the focus be on saving her, making sure she has a future?
I think they're gonna
Yeah.
try to plan a wedding in case she doesn't.
What if? Oh my God! Wait. Okay, to the person in chat who said she's pregnant, what if Barry's plan is she wasn't pregnant on May 20th? That's how he's changing the future.
Yeah, but he doesn't know if she
Yeah,
was
he
pregnant on May
wouldn't know.
20th.
Oh
Maybe
shit!
he's trying to
Yeah.
make sure a bump is there this time around. You
Oh,
know what
yeah.
I mean? He's like,
He's gonna
there was
get-
no bump last time.
Gonna
We're
do
gonna make
some
sure you're
bumps for
showing.
bumps. Bumps for bumps, bumps for bumps, bumps for bumps, Johnny. Bumps for bumps.
Thank you.
Bumps for bumps.
Yell,
bumps
did you
for
have any
bumps.
specific?
Thoughts? Yeah. I predict we'll continue dealing with Savitar next season as well. No, I'm
No,
No,
they
no,
announced
no.
this
kidding.
week.
I know.
Okay.
What? Wait, what did they announce this
They
week?
announced this week
They
that
were-
next season's villain will not be a speedster.
And the church
Yay.
said amen. No.
That's exciting.
It's very exciting.
I-
Amen.
Yes.
Sorry, Emma Frost in the chat said she was holding a pregnancy test in her hand. When is my question.
Was
'Cause I
Emma
don't-
Frost holding a pregnancy? Like when she saw the scene, she's like, I was holding this test.
No, Emma Frost said she was holding. Was Caitlin holding a pregnancy test?
Maybe her and Julian are having a baby and Savitar is their child. That's my prediction.
I like it a lot.
Who's
That's a good
pregnant?
prediction.
Caitlin and Julian and their baby turns into Savitar.
What if? Okay.
Yeah, I still believe that Caitlin is Savitar, but still.
I asked John Wesley Shipp.
John Wesley.
Yeah.
John Wesley Shipp if he is Savitar on Flash and Friends, and his response was la 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 la. So confirmation he might be Savitar.
Confirmation he
But
might
did he
be.
just lock himself back into the Speed Force?
That's why
That's
I think he's
where Savitar
Savitar.
came
Yeah,
from.
Yeah.
I think he turns into Savitar in the Speed Force.
Emma
I
Frost
would.
was kidding. by the way.
Got it.
Tari, what do you got for me?
Blah blah blah.
Oh, Emma Frost was kidding.
Yes.
Emma Frost, you know, we
okay.
believe everything we see in the chat.
Yeah,
It's true.
We don't ask for receipts on nothing. Just you say
Yeah.
it, we think it's true.
That's
need
not
to
true.
cite
I
your
need
sources.
3 people to agree, and I'll believe it.
Tari.
I think that they're going to try to get information out of. They're going to try to get more information out of Abracadabra. However, Savitar is going to also be working to kill him so that Barry can't find out who Savitar is.
I love how specific your predictions are. That's fantastic.
Yes, they're very specific and often wrong.
Fantastic.
The best
Majority wrong.
prediction in the chat from Kyle Kent. Yell is Savitar.
Oh, take
like
off that mask.
Okay, we cannot confirm or deny that, so we will wrap this up
La, la, la,
until
la,
next
la.
week. Yeah, where can the good people find you till next week?
The people can find me everywhere at Yael Tygiel. That's YAELTYGIEL. And here on other after shows such as Switched at Birth for the final season, Grimm for the final season, Legion, well, for the first season, and SVU is back this week, I think.
And you can find me at Tauri J. That's TAURIJY. Also on Supergirl and The Flash and Arrow. And on the last 2 episodes of Grimm. Catch us this week on Grimm. Yep, there.
Fantastic.
Well,
Am I supposed to sing too?
Please.
You can find me at the Tiona Hobson.
Thank you. And I'm at Jeff Masters Vaughn. We will see you next week. Goodbye. Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.